Hi guys, Holly Warner here, owner of Holly Warner Health, functional medicine practitioner and autoimmune clinician, thyroid clinician, you name it, I kind of do it. There's a lot of stuff we do that falls under the functional medicine wheelhouse. If you're curious as to what I do, you can go to my website, hollywarnerhealth.com, for a list of all of the services that myself and my team offers. All right, let's do this. Cholesterol. Every hormone in your body is dependent on it. It is not the bad guy. Unless you got a really shitty end of the stick when it comes to genetics, then perhaps for you it could be. But here's the thing. If you're getting lumped into a generalized, ooh, cholesterol is bad for you wheelhouse, might not be the case. Why? Again, genetics. You can test for that. It's really easy to find out what you're doing and how you're doing it when it comes to conversion, polymorphisms, when it has to do with your cholesterol and your hormone balance and all of that fun stuff. So, why am I on here talking about cholesterol today? It's the great egg debate. No, I don't mean which came first, the chicken or the egg. What I mean is, are eggs good for you or are they bad for you? Are they good cholesterol or are they bad cholesterol? You know, the amount of people that come to me and tell me that their personal trainer has them drinking shakes and eating just egg whites makes me want to rip my hair out. Stop it. These people have clearly got no nutritional background, because why would you want to separate your eggs? Why are you taking what's a complete protein and dividing it into something that's now incomplete? That makes no sense to me. I don't know about you, but I like to drive my car with the wheels on and the brakes intact. You know what I'm saying? Same thing goes with your eggs. Cholesterol is definitely influenced by gender, by age, and by genetics, which is why it's so important to run a genetic profile properly by someone who's trained, like myself, to understand what's going on, to help you understand if you've got polymorphisms, if you've got issues with conversion in your hormone pathways, with cholesterol, all of that stuff, because it's not a one-size-fits-all. All right. Also, a healthy liver is important because most of the cholesterol that we produce in our body is going to be done with our liver. So you need to make sure that your liver health is on point. There are herbs that you can look into. There are a ton of different things. Shoot me a DM, come on board, we can have a session and we can really get you all straightened out. Not a problem there. Many of my patients come to me and they say, Holly, I've had my cholesterol done. I've tested my triglycerides and my LDL and my HDL, and my doctor told me that my LDL is in a bad place. It's really elevated. Okay, so here's the thing. Did they check particle size? I actually wrote an article about this in great detail on my website, so go check that out if you have questions about testing for that, because there's not just one form of LDL. Are you going to be looking at the little fluffy cloud-like version, or are you looking at the jagged edge version? One is something to be concerned about, and the other, not so much. There was a study back in 2013 where they studied thousands of patients. Fun fact, they didn't really find that blood serum cholesterol elevated much more than, I believe it was 10% actually, or less than, for thousands of patients over several years when it came to what they were consuming. There was a flaw with that study, of course, because there's a genetic aspect. So some people have a genetic shitty end of the stick, and you're gonna end up having issues where, yeah, maybe you could possibly be one of those people who is what they call a hyper responder. That's someone that is going to have to deal with the genetic component. What does being a hyper responder mean? That just means that you're going to be one of those people that experiences abnormally high or elevated cholesterol because you've got conversion issues. You've got, you're just doing shit really fast. And so we got to slow it down. And that's why we target what's going on genetically to slow that down. Not a big deal. But there have been other studies that show that perhaps having 1 to 1.5 eggs per day could improve cognitive function. So hang on a second. Now you're telling me it's good for brain health? Well, I'm okay with that. You can't just eat the whites. You gotta get the fat. You gotta get all of the nutrients that are in the yolk. You need to eat them together. Don't have like 1 full egg and 3 whites. Have the eggs. Just eat them. You'll be fine. Yolks have got saturated and unsaturated fats. They got vitamin E, which if you look at our dietary consumption, vitamin E is something that a lot of us are lacking in, especially with a sad American diet or that standardized diet that we're eating. You're eating your eggs, you're getting this abundance of carotenoids, which are amazing. Zeaxanthin, lutein, I made a little note here so I don't forget any. These are proteins that they protect against inflammation in the body. And that's huge. Carotenoids, they need fat. So when you're eating these eggs, and the fat is going to help with the absorption, we need to have this in the body to absorb certain fat-soluble vitamins. And that means too that when you're throwing an egg on top of a salad, you're going to get more utilization and absorption of the nutrients that you're going to find in that salad, from the alpha and beta carotenes, from the lutein. Oh my God, I actually made a list. What else? We've got, alpha beta carotene, the zeaxanthin, the lycopene. Lycopene's a really cool one. It's also found in tomatoes, but you gotta heat it or blend them in order to release it. So if you're having tomatoes in your salad, you're not gonna be getting much of the lycopene anyway. So when you're having eggs with that fat content, or olive oil, you pick your poison, you're going to increase that bioavailability of the amount that you're getting. Even if you're only getting a low amount of it, you're still going to be utilizing that, which is really, really important. You're getting 143 calories, 13 grams of protein, 10 grams of fat in 2 large eggs. Here's the thing. Duck eggs contain much higher nutrient density than chicken eggs, so even better than what I just read you, but you're going to get less chance of having an allergic reaction. A lot of people find they're sensitive to chicken eggs, so swap to duck eggs. Less chance of being sensitive, also higher nutrient density. Eggs are a complete protein. They're amazing. They are one of the only things out there that you're going to find that is this high in protein stance. I'm going to read you some stats here, which are super cool. Whole eggs exceed all other scores when it comes to the AAS, which is the amino acid score. They typically store between 0 and 1. Some things come in at 1 or a little less than 1. Here's the thing, eggs scored 1.21, higher than any other protein source. That's amazing, or any other amino acid source. They scored a 3.8 on the PER, which is protein efficiency ratio. Again, higher than any other proteins out there. Eggs are like a superfood, guys. Why are we not eating them? They are a complete protein. They have adequate proportions of all of the 9 essential amino acids. They're essential because our body's not producing them, and we need them for human function. So grab an egg, crack it open, cook it up, boil her down. I don't care how you get it into you, just do it. And if your doctor, who has no nutritional background whatsoever, tells you to eat egg whites because full eggs, complete protein is bad for you, tell them where to go. Also, if your personal trainer is telling you to only eat egg whites, you might also want to tell them that the days of being a bodybuilder, bad diet influencer are over. 2019 is here. Come and join the rest of us. Yeah, I said it. That's it. See you later, guys. Gonna go eat some eggs.